Hello there, I'm Elle and welcome to another video by Vegan FTA where we cover news stories covered over on veganfta.com. If you're interested, make sure you sign up to our newsletter over on veganfta.com so you can stay in the loop. And make sure you're subscribed here and you hit that bell icon so you get notified of videos when they drop. Our first story is new report exposes misinformation demonizing vegan food. A recently created UK organisation called Freedom Food Alliance has released a detailed report exposing the meat industry's propaganda machine aiming at demonising vegan food. The new report is titled Harvesting Denial, Distractions and Deception: Understanding Animal Agriculture's Disinformation Strategies and Exploring Solutions. Robbie Lockie, founder and CEO of the Freedom Food Alliance, spoke to Unchained TV about the report, saying, "This report is a deep dive, known as our Foundation Report, which we did with the amazing scientist Nicholas Carter. He is the lead author and environmental scientist on this project, currently working for the Game Changers Institute. His focus with this report was really to expose some of the biggest players in these misinformation and disinformation campaigns, to try to help people understand just how insidious they are and the effect that it has throughout society." A key finding of the report is the discovery that a Yesto-Meat industry-funded coordinated digital campaign derailed the Food and Anthropocene EAT Lancet Commission report. This effort hurt the public perception of a report that consisted of consensus findings from 37 world-leading scientists from 16 countries from various scientific disciplines defining targets for healthy diets and sustainable food production. Another key finding is a report from the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations that was overseen, edited, and influenced by the Global Dairy Platform, International Dairy Federation, International Meat Secretariat, International Natural Sausage Casing Association, and International Poultry Council, which falsely claimed Dr. Walter Willett as an advisor who since demanded to be removed from the endorsement. Lockie, who is one of the co-founders of Plant-Based News, said the following about why he created a new organisation focused on exposing misinformation. "Over the last decade, I've become increasingly concerned about the volume of misleading information that we see on social media, the mainstream media, and outdoor media through advertising. The industry has become increasingly effective at using digital advertising and mainstream media to peddle a specific narrative, mostly a false narrative, about plant-based diets, plant-based meats, the vegan lifestyle, vegan activism, and activists themselves. They're using every trick in the book to try to push back against what is a global movement of people." Let us know if you've ever experienced or seen something that seems like it's peddling misinformation, and let us know what you think of this down below. Our next story is high racing greyhound mortality rate reported in Tasmania. The Greens Party in Tasmania, Australia said that 27 greyhounds that raced on a Tasmanian track last season have died, 24 of which had different guardians, while 22 had been passed from one trainer to another. One of the deceased dogs had been sent through the Greyhound adoption program. This is one of the indicators of how deadly the greyhound racing industry is. Cassie O'Connor, Greens animal rights spokesperson, said to Pulse Tasmania that the statistics reveal the brutal everyday reality of the greyhound racing industry, and that dozens of dogs dying every year, often in the most traumatic circumstances. She added, "As is too often the case, many of these gentle dogs died at or after race or trial accidents." According to Jane Howlett, Tasmanian racing minister, 38 greyhounds were euthanised during the 2023 to 2024 financial year to May 31st, with reasons including injury, age, and being unsuitable for rehoming. 4 of these dogs were killed at the racetrack or within 14 days of track injury. We've covered stories like this before, especially with greyhounds. These animals are put in very dangerous situations that cost them, in many cases, their lives, forced into a sport that they didn't consent to partaking in the first place. They die because people want to bet on them and watch them race. How is that fair? In 2022, the Coalition for the Protection of Greyhounds reported that the industry has only rehomed around 2,000 dogs a year, a figure that had not increased since 2017 to 2018. In 2020 to 2021, the industry bred 6 times more dogs than rehomed them. creating a significant animal welfare problem, not only during the racing age of all these dogs, but afterwards too. This seems to be confirmed by the deaths recently reported. A 2022 report on this issue from CPG stated, "This means the racing industry will continue to fail miserably in convincing the community it has reformed." A 2021 poll of 1,052 Australians, commissioned by the Greens and conducted by Loner Gang Research, found that 54% of respondents supported a ban on greyhound racing, and 55% of respondents agreed that racing animals like horses and greyhounds for gambling and entertainment is cruel. And it is indeed cruel and should be treated and seen as such. Let us know down below what you think of greyhound racing. Would you like to see an end to it? Because we certainly would. Our final story is that fireworks negatively affect wild geese in the long term. A study has found that fireworks cause wild geese to make changes to their behaviour, such as increasing their flight and changing roost sites, which have a negative long-term effect on them. The study, titled "Wild Goose Chase, Geese Flee High and Far and with After Effects from New Year's Fireworks," published in the Society of Conservation Biology in November 2022, looked at what happens to wild migratory geese in the short and long term after New Year's Eve fireworks displays disturb their roosts. Researchers used GPS tracking data to compare night movement and foraging behaviour in 347 individuals of 4 different wild goose species in the 12 days before and after New Year's Eve in Western Europe. The results show that fireworks have long-lasting effects on geese. They showed increased foraging behaviour and changing roost sites, flying higher and further in response to the fireworks, and switching roosting sites more frequently, which is a problem because this uses up more energy and the geese must then find extra food to compensate, which may create stress and lead to conflicts with farmers when geese forage on their land. The authors estimated that geese spent up to 10% in additional energy because of the fireworks' effects. The researchers, who are all from Germany and the Netherlands, wrote, "In conclusion, on top of the already demonstrated negative immediate impacts of fireworks on wild animals, pets, humans, and the environment, we show that NY fireworks also have after effects lasting longer than the fireworks themselves on wild geese." According to the EU Birds Directive, member states shall take steps to avoid deliberate disturbance of birds in protected areas. Though they might be something fun and interesting to look at, unfortunately the negative impact that they have means that it's not worth it. We already know that fireworks have a negative impact on animals, including humans. So the question is, why do we keep doing it? It's time to look into alternative forms of entertainment so that we don't negatively impact those around us. That is all we have for you today. We hope you found the articles intriguing. If you have any comments to leave, then leave them down below. And of course, make sure that you're subscribed and you hit that bell icon so you get notified of videos as we drop them. Thank you so much for supporting. As said, we've overtaken that 100,000 subscriber mark, so thank you to everybody supporting. And over everything else, don't forget to go vegan for the animals, because they are who it means everything to.